Kate Garraway hits out over Celebrity Traitors co-star Tom Daley, Feud. Kate Garraway has taken to social media to make her feelings clear about the alleged feud brewing between her and the Celebrity Traitors co-star Tom Daley. Kate Garraway has poked fun over her apparent rivalry with Tom Daley as they are competing on the Celebrity Traitors together. This week, fans of reality shows tuned in to see a raft of stars head to Scotland to take part in the tense game. Among those taking part are Good Morning Britain star Kate, 58, and Olympic diver Tom, 31. But those watching along have noticed that Tom has been left less than impressed by Kate's expressive vocabulary. This week, talk show host Jonathan Ross, 64, singer Kat Burns, 25, and comedian Alan Carr, 49, were unmasked as traitors, and they wasted no time in killing off singer Paloma Faith during their first turn of treachery. The move left the other contestants shaken as they bid the only love can hurt like this singer an early goodbye, and the faithfuls were left in shock. Kate, in fact, revealed she was flabbergasted by the move, but this provoked a condescending eye roll from Tom, who was standing beside her when she said it. The reaction quickly went viral, with fans applauding Tom for his hilarious response. One wrote on X, "Best side I ever, gold medal, goes to Tom," while another typed, "And she uses words like that all of the time." Kate has been mocked online about the incident, but she is taking it all in good stride. Taking to Instagram on Saturday, the morning TV host reposted stories about Tom's eye roll. She added crying with laughter emojis of her own to one posted by news reporter Dan Walker. And she also shared a video clip of her fellow Good Morning Britain stars all declaring themselves as faithful. Kate then turned to the camera and said, "I'm not saying anything other than I'm flabbergasted." She has been teasing fans over her dramatic performance on the BBC show 2. The walls of Ardross Castle had never seen so much tension, and for once, it wasn't about who was a traitor. In what's become one of the most unexpected showdowns of the Celebrity Traitors, Good Morning Britain's Kate Garraway has broken her silence after whispers of a behind-the-scenes feud with Olympic diver Tom Daley began swirling like smoke through the castle corridors. It all started with an innocent moment, or at least that's how Kate tells it. "There was absolutely no feud," she said, her voice calm but unmistakably firm as she addressed the rumors during Friday's GMB. "But when you've got a castle full of celebrities, limited heating, and someone stealing your blanket, well, things can get a little tense." The story, however, goes much deeper than missing blankets. The spark that started it. According to sources close to the production, the supposed rift began during a strategy discussion in week 2 of filming. Daley, who's known for his competitive edge and precision both on and off the diving board, allegedly clashed with Garraway over whether to trust a certain charming but suspicious teammate, one who, as it later turned out, was a traitor. Tom was laser-focused, one crew member said. He treated it like the Olympics. Calculated, strategic, even rehearsed. Kate, on the other hand, brings that warm, human touch. She wanted to feel people out. He wanted to outthink them. It was inevitable they'd clash. Apparently, the two exchanged a few pointed remarks over breakfast. Nothing outrageous, but enough to send social media sleuths into a frenzy once the episode aired. Fans were quick to spot the tension, with one viewer tweeting, "Tom side-eyeing Kate like she just missed a triple somersault. Awkward." Kate fires back. But Garraway isn't one to let speculation fester. Known for her composed professionalism, she decided to tackle the story head-on. "People love to stir things up," she said with a knowing smile on Good Morning Britain. "Tom is wonderful. I adore him. He's just very intense. I think he forgot that some of us haven't been through Olympic boot camps." That blend of grace and gentle humor is classic Kate. Yet behind the scenes, friends say she felt genuinely frustrated that what was simply a moment of miscommunication had snowballed into talk of animosity. She was hurt, a close source revealed. Kate gives her all. She's empathetic, patient, and deeply loyal. To have that twisted into a feud narrative really upset her. She thought she and Tom were just having a passionate debate about gameplay. Tom Daley, for his part, has remained largely silent, posting only a cryptic Instagram story showing a chessboard and the caption, "Sometimes the move they least expect is the one you don't make." Fans took it as a subtle jab at the situation, though it could easily have referred to the show's intricate strategy. More than trust. The Celebrity Traitors is not your typical reality series. It's a psychological game of deceit, loyalty, and intuition, designed to turn even the closest allies into suspects. Contestants live in an isolated Scottish castle, cut off from the outside world, where paranoia grows like ivy on stone walls. It's a pressure cooker, Garraway explained. You're constantly second-guessing everyone, even yourself. You start wondering if your own reflection is lying to you. That intensity is exactly what producers hope for. The chemistry between someone like Kate, known for her warmth and diplomacy, and Tom, disciplined, strategic, and fiercely focused, makes for brilliant television. Viewers have been divided, with some praising Daley's tactical mind and others defending Garraway's emotional intelligence. Kate plays with heart, one fan wrote. Tom plays with logic. Both are right, that's why it's so gripping. A heartfelt moment changes everything. Despite the tension, reports from later episodes suggest the two eventually made amends in a deeply emotional heart-to-heart filmed by the castle's roaring fire. Kate, according to insiders, opened up about how her years caring for her husband Derek Draper had reshaped her understanding of trust and resilience. Tom, moved by her vulnerability, admitted that his competitive streak sometimes made him seem colder than he felt. It was beautiful, one producer recalled. They both teared up. You could see them letting their guards down. Two very different people realizing they were actually fighting the same battle. To be seen, to be understood. From that point on, the so-called feud faded into something more like mutual respect. When Daley later faced a crucial roundtable vote that could have seen him banished, Garraway was one of the few to speak up for him. Tom's not a traitor, she insisted. He's just brilliant at what he does. The aftermath. Still, when the show aired, the internet did what it always does. Amplify every side-eye, every clip tone, every edit that hinted at conflict. Clips went viral. Headlines screamed of a Garraway versus Daley showdown. It's bizarre, Kate laughed during an interview. We had one disagreement and suddenly it's World War Traitors. Honestly, if that's a feud, then my morning coffee machine and I are in constant warfare. Producers, naturally, have stayed coy about what really went on. A spokesperson for the BBC said simply, Kate and Tom were both incredible contestants who brought passion and personality to the show. Any tension viewers noticed is all part of the game's intensity. What it says about Kate. What stands out in all of this isn't the alleged feud itself, but how Garraway handled it. She didn't lash out, didn't retreat, didn't let tabloid noise define her narrative. Instead, she leaned into honesty and humor. That balance of grace under fire has become her signature, both on Good Morning Britain and beyond. Whether she's grilling politicians or navigating personal trials, Garraway has always managed to stay grounded, choosing compassion over confrontation. She's one of the most emotionally intelligent people in television, a fellow contestant said. Tom might have the medals, but Kate has the magic. She can turn conflict into connection. And Tom? For his part, Daley has since followed Garraway on Instagram again. A digital olive branch, perhaps. He even liked one of her recent posts about choosing kindness even when it's hard. Insiders say both stars have privately agreed to do a joint interview once the show's finale airs, putting the rumors to rest once and for all. Until then, fans continue to speculate, meme, and dissect every moment, because that's what the Traitors does best. It blurs the line between truth and perception, loyalty and deception, friendship and strategy. But if there's one thing that's clear, it's that Kate Garraway isn't feuding, she's thriving. And as she put it herself, with that trademark twinkle, if standing up for empathy makes me a target, then I'm guilty as charged.